Okay.
I think we'll start round 1 very soon enough.
Yeah, finally. Both player may start now. Finally, after a long run, both player are shaking hands.
And there's my name.
Yeah, so Josua is playing with Hashiki's cartridge. Yeah,
It's the
cartridge. Okay, you read the lineup.
So on your left hand side we have our first with Ditto, Amalsyah, and also Josua Marbun. We have Hydreigon, Xperience, Thunderstarian, Swampert, and also Pulsar, which is a rain team. As we have said before, even though it's not on the top statistics, it's from Ditto's hand side. On your right hand side we have Josua Marbun bringing his Thunderstarian, Amungus, Tyranitar, Tabu Fini, Metagross, and also Zapdos. So what do you think about the composition of this team? Topic.
Joshua is using a more meta team with the usual Tyranitar, Metagross, Fini stuffs. What's interesting is Ditto. Ditto is using a rain team, you know, with Politoed, etc., and also Mega Swampert as the Swift Swimmer. It also has Aegislash, which also benefits from the rain because of the less damage from fire attacks. Also the Thunderous, maybe the Thunderous is having a Thunder, so it will take advantage from the rain. Also Hydreigon is a bit disadvantage on this game, I guess, because the presence of Tapu Fini, of course, with a simple Moonblast might knock out the Hydreigon. Yeah, but on the Joshua, we still thinking whether the Tyranitar is the Mega or not, because usually Metagross is 100% Mega.
Yes, it's been rarely seen that Metagross is not a Mega. Usually, sometimes there's Psyche, but it's really rare. And so we are going to the first round of this season. It's a good LCQ. Give a round of applause to Ditto, Amalsyah, and Josua Marbun. And for the lead, we have Swampert, also Pulsar on Ditto's Amalsyah side, while Josua Marbun is bringing his Metagross and also Amungus.
Okay, so Ditto wants to take advantage of the speed advantage from the rain from the start as soon as possible, because I get in PGC, starting from PTC18, you get the ability boost straight away, right?
Yes,
but Metagross here is a possible
Mega.
Possible to be Earthquake, but yeah, maybe Ditto will try to switch in to a flying Pokemon, maybe a Hydreigon or maybe the Thunderstarian, so Swampert can Earthquake, because Amungus also have the potential to redirect with the Rage Powder.
Yes.
So
and here is actually the Amungus is pretty safe to go for a sport in my opinion. We do not see the Tapu Fini as well, and Metagross is being stand by probably something, and we've seen the Tyranitar coming out going for the Sandstream. So even though Swampert is going to Mega Evolve on this very turn, it doesn't get any speed boost, but actually Swampert is being stand back knowing that there will be a Sandstream coming on with an Aegislash. I wouldn't say that's the best choice, but the Ice Beams connect onto the Amungus, doing tons of damage, around 30% with the Squall coming out onto the Aegislash. Really smart play by Josua Marbun. Topic.
Yeah, because it's really a safe position for the Amungus to just sport away everything, because Ditto doesn't have any counter to the sport strat.
Yes.
And also three of his Pokemon is flying. It's the Landers, Thunders, and also the Hydreigon. So if Joshua switch in his own Fini, so he still can score. And also Aegislash, Aegislash with the King Shield, it really still got sport. Got it. Okay, the Politoed is a bit off because of the alpha channel, the thing to make things transparent, so it's a bit blackened. Okay, so yeah, a good switch also from Joshua by switching in the Sandstorm. It's a pretty surprise for me actually for Ditto to not preserve the rain. Usually it's a berry.
Once again, and it sees that it's munching it away. It's berry. The pinch berry going to heal that 50%, and the Dragon Dance coming out from that Tyranitar, and it will most probably a Dragon Dance here is a Mega Tyranitar, I'll say.
Or this might be a Darkirium Prime, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that's also possible. And a Giga Drain actually going to munch away that health and bring it, not that much, but it's something.
I think Joshua's Amungus is a bit offensive because the damage from Ice Beam is pretty big. but gladly it has very bad. The Giga Drain, if that Giga Drain hits Swampert, I think it's my one hit KO and it will restore a lot of damage. So I think that's why Ditto is switching out the Swampert because he's afraid of a straight Giga Drain. But of course,
it's really rare to see a Giga Drain on Among Us.
Yeah, because
it's not really common.
Wait, what's that? Okay, yeah, Among Us usually opts for Spore, Protect, Rage Powder, and also Clear Smoke. So, this Among Us is missing one move. We still don't know yet. Maybe it's missing Protect or maybe Rage Powder.
Yes.
Because we haven't seen any redirection yet.
Yes,
and I think the Tyranitar maybe having a Z move probably.
Yes.
Yeah, Tyranitar Z move bro.
A Tyranitar with the Garginium Z going to take out one of Ditto's Pokemon. And let's see if it's the Edge Slash or the
I think
and it's going to be the Edge Slash.
It is less because the user has even one sleep turn.
Yes.
And if it wakes up, it has a chance on second soul. A second soul might knock it out.
And Garginium Z picks it up. So
Easy
one
knockout
from Josua Marbun leading with one Pokemon, and the Giga comes connect with the Thunderous doing some chip damage onto that Thunderous is actually doing some damage. That's actually the chip damage actually matters. It's quite a lot.
We don't know the item yet. It might be a scarf, but usually it's either possibly a scarf, Sass or Electrium Z. But the problem is, if it's not scarf, can Josua's Dragon Dance, one Dragon Dance Tyranitar outspeed the Thunderous? Well,
that's something to actually ask because a Tyranitar in this position right now can just go for
it actually doesn't matter because Thunderous can only do something to Tyranitar by Focus Blast. It has the chance to miss, or maybe it's a Z move fighting Z, we don't know yet, or a Grass Knot. But Grass Knot won't knock out Tyranitar, so probably Tyranitar will survive an attack from Thunderous. Then Tyranitar can just Rock Slide, possibly knock out both Pokemon from Ditto.
There's a Rage Powder that Tyranitar can actually really save just to go for a Rock Slide as well. And then the Rock Slide can potentially pick up, and we see the Rage Powder down on Root Slot as the safest move from Josua Marbun. Hydro Pump is going to avoid the Tyranitar. Rock Slide is going to connect.
But actually, it reveals that the Polita is a scarf, you know. The Polita is scarf.
Yes, because it's really fast.
Yeah, it's faster than one Dragon Dance Tyranitar. Oh, but it is actually a Z move finding UMZ or Electric UMZ. But going to Among Us resisted. Probably not going to knock it out.
If just some of the Hydro Pump hits, it has a chance. But
if the double target, it might have a chance. Because as we see from the damage earlier, it seems that the Polita is also a bit offensive. Yeah. So Tyranitar's position is really good. No Pokemon on Ditto's team it can outfit now with the Swim Swampert, so maybe Ditto just want to sacrifice
the Tyranitar?
No, Ditto sacrificed the Politoed. Now he can Earthquake safely, but the problem is whether the Earthquake will knock out Among Us or not. Well,
yes.
it should knock out. Oh,
Tyranitar is being withdrawn. Probably thinking that the Metagross is not the best option or has the best counter to these two Pokemon, but it's actually bringing back two of these Pokemon and going for a Landorus. A really smart play by Josua Marbun intimidating the Swampert, which is usually a physical Pokemon.
Yeah, Josua realizing that the Metagross is not needed anymore in this matchup, so you can safely switch in to eat some damage. Then you get the Regenerator here also for Among Us. Then of course the Intimidate to Landorus. Swampert damage is really diminishing right now.
It's one hit. It's
single target. So won't knock it out.
50% damage, which is quite a lot. And the Thunder is going to connect onto the Metagross, going to probably knock it out and leaving Josua Marbun with 3 Pokemon left. But right now Josua Marbun has the choice to actually bring a Pokemon that he likes.
I think Josua will switch in Tyranitar to change the weather. Then the Tyranitar can protect. He switch in another Among Us. Then next turn he can also he can reshuffle the Intimidate. Then Tyranitar can safely go for Dragon Dance. So outspeed also the Thunderous. But he can also just straight go to Rock Slide the Thunderous. probably will knock it out, I guess.
But here the Amalsyah is really the key. Amalsyah is really the key for Josua Marbun to win the match. And I would say because the Amalsyah it's really countering for rain teams like this.
Yeah, especially without Ludicolo, because if there's Ludicolo cannot be rage powdered because of the grass typing.
So probably on the next turn, there's Hydreigon. Hydreigon will sometimes bring in a Fire Blast or a Flamethrower, which can potentially deal a lot of damage to Amalsyah. Probably he wants to bring that on the next round. And Rock Slide's going to connect onto Swampert. So double Rock Slide.
Oh yeah, boys! Got it, boys! Shoot.
Okay, it's double Rock Slide.
Okay. Oh, another flame. Oh no,
Rock
not
Slide
flame.
onto these 2-for-1 again. Will do a lot of damage onto Thunderous.
Flame?
Super effective. Thunderous uses heated power. It's going to pick it up. Pick up the kill.
No, yeah, because it's covered. The lander is scarf, right? Because it's faster than Thunderous.
It's definitely something that Josua Marbun and also Amalsyah, the information is really important in a best of 3 game. And there's a double target against under the Swampert. We'll see a flinch or not. With Ditto only have one more. One ball is going to connect onto the Tyranitar. And let's see, doing a lot of tons of damage, but
it's still a hard game for Ditto because he's still Giga Drain. And of course, Josua is still faster with it. Tyranitar can just Rock Slide, flinch till the end of game, click Rock Slide and win, man. You have 2 Rock Slide Pokemon. The Tyranitar is also pretty fast, outspeeding the Swampert outside the rain. So I think Josua should get this game.
probably thinking of the next turn. Swampert is going to use Protect just to stall and probably find he found Crunch is the choice of Tyranitar, which is actually
he chose Crunch because of the possibility of missing with Rock Slide, of course. And maybe he's not really that confident with the Giga Drain damage, but I think even a one single Giga Drain is enough. Okay, we got a Crunch here. Let's see how much Crunch will do damage to Swampert. It's good.
Ice Punch!
Oh no!
Ice Punch going to connect onto the Amalsyah.
It's double intimidated. It's double intimidated. So
if it's a crit, it's going to change a lot.
oh, if it's a crit, it might knock out the Amalsyah then. We might Ditto still might have the chance to come back.
But sometimes even if it's something people will say a bit dirty, but if you need that to win, you'll probably take the chance.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't have control of that factor, Except if it's Leaf Blade, you can count on the crit, but if it's not move like Leaf Blade, you cannot really count on that. And that's a really strong game 1 from Josua Marbun.
Yes, he actually in the maneuver set since the beginning of the game until now, and since the beginning of the round until now, and so I'd say right now Josua Marbun is still in a very safe position to lead with the Tyranitar and also Amalsyah again.
I think the problem is Ditto cannot safely lead with the rain because the Tyranitar is ready to reset the weather at all time, and Swampert is really hindered by the presence of the Landorus Terrain because but it has Ice Punch, but I think with an Intimidate it cannot knock out. So I guess Ditto has to do some adjustment. I don't know, maybe leading with Thunderous because Thunderous is stronger and also fast. Should be the fastest Pokemon in the field. About the Scarf. Oh, we see some stats of the Hydreigon.
But Hydreigon, leading with Hydreigon can easily pick up potential good amount of damage under the Amalsyah, but he needs the Hydreigon is pretty much useless against a Pokemon such as Tyranitar.
Yeah, but Hydreigon still has like an Earth power or something. Focus Blast, yeah, but really, not much Hydreigon bring that. But the thing is, Hydreigon is really scared of Tapu Fini. The only thing that can knock out Tapu Fini safely is the Thunders with the Electrium Z, because if it's just a Thunderbolt, it won't knock out.
He's using a Thunder.
Oh yeah. Okay, it has Thunder. It might knock out, but the problem is there's still Among Us. Among Us is redirecting everything on Ditto's bar the Earthquake. So he can only hit Josua's Pokemon with Earthquake.
And so yeah, we're going to the game 2 of this best of 3 match. First round, between Ditto Amalsyah on Josua Marbun. We see Zapdos and Landorus from Josua changing the lead, even though he has a great turn on the round before. And Ditto is using Hydreigon and also a Thundurus Terran form for his lead in this second game.
Yeah, as we discussed, that Ditto will change, and as we predicted also, he lead with Thundurus and possibly Hydreigon. To predicting if he leads with Fini, then my Thundurus can knock it out. The problem is now Landorus is faster. Rock Slide won't knock out Thundurus, but that flinch.
Yes.
As we see before that the Thundurus has hidden power ice that one hit KO. So the key is whether it flinch or not.
Flinch or not? It's not flinch.
Oh boy!
Double flinch! And the tailwind comes out.
No!
Double flinch and the tailwind comes out. Really.
Okay, so this just became really hard for Ditto since the first turn because of the tailwind setup. Now both the Zapdos and Landorus will outspeed all Pokemon on Ditto's side
For the next 3 turns.
Yep. A Rock Slide will knock out Thundurus. The only way for Ditto to recover probably is the Rock Slide missing.
Yes.
Ditto has to gamble with the Rock Slide missing. Okay.
But he's sending his Thundurus back. Going for the Swampert, probably having a better matchup against these two.
Wait, if he actually keeps the Thundurus, it will miss the Thundurus. It's clear!
And the Thunderbolt going to connect onto the Hydreigon. Not very effective, not so much damage. And there's the North Flinch. Draco Meteor going to connect onto the
I don't think it will knock out, but it depends on the item. Okay,
That's a lot of damage.
it might be Specs, because usually Zapdos is built a bit bulky.
Yes.
And I don't think a Draco Meteor will knock you out. Yeah, probably this is a Specs.
But the problem is not coming out. Among Us.
Yeah. In Indonesia we call it Palkon, you know. Palkon means Palakon. Yeah, because of the size. Oh yeah, but Swampert can safely use Ice Punch. But the problem is, okay, Swampert has to Ice Punch. Because if Swampert Ice Punch to Landorus, Among Us is forced to do the Rage Powder, then no Pokemon on Ditto's side will be asleep. Because Joshua has to choose whether redirecting but no sleep, or letting the Landorus go but he getting a sleep. He getting one sleep for one Pokemon. Yeah, I think it's the Specs because he switch out.
Pokemon comes in right now. Probably just going for that Ditto.
Yep.
And boosting the speed by 2. But because it's switch, it doesn't really matter. And the Swampert is going to make a evolve right now. Going to be the fastest Pokemon on the field. No. I think the Landorus is still faster.
Yeah, especially because it's still on Tailwind.
So Swampert decides to protect, just going to burn that one Tailwind turn. And the Rock Slide is going to connect onto the Pulsode, doing some chip damage or even a lot of damage. There's no flinch, guys, no flinch. Okay, onto the Swampert.
So I think Joshua tried to knock out the Swampert as soon as possible because the Politoed is locked because of the Scarf, and possibly the Hydreigon is also locked from the damage output, and he already know that the item from the Thundurus is Electrium. So I think Joshua is feeling pretty safe knowing all the Pokemon, and now the Tyranitar is coming in again, resetting the weather.
But now a double Ice Punch and also Ice Punch onto the Among Us can easily pick it up. That's a lot of damage. Oh, the freeze! Oh, the freeze! And there's the Ice Beam! There's the Ice Beam going to the Among Us.
But actually the Ice Beam is bad because it activates the berry, and then the Ice Punch cannot knock out.
Yeah, but it's freeze.
Yeah, it's frozen.
It's frozen solid. I think that's what you get after you play.
But the problem is now Ditto's Polytoad is locked on Ice Beam. Ice Beam cannot hit Tyranitar, especially during the Sandstorm. Now, if he wants to knock out, if he wants to knock out, Ditto has to Earthquake and Ice Beam the Among Us slot. Because Ice Punch, as we've seen before, it does knock out. It might knock out after the chip damage though from the Sandstorm. Yeah, Polytoad has to switch out to Prince of the Weather, and because locked into Ice Beam in front of Tyranitar is not good.
But the Thundurus is going out right now again, probably knowing that the Thundurus is not going to do a lot of damage. Dragon Dance from the Tyranitar going to boost that speed by one stage, also attack by one stage. Going
is
for
the waterfall?
The waterfall is going to connect onto the Tyranitar because of damage. Nice. Picking up the KO. It picks up the KO onto the Tyranitar. And so right now, Ditto is actually flipping the table around from the flinch with the freeze.
Yeah, he got a freeze, so it's pretty fair for both players. But the problem is now it's intimidated. And Landorus is still the fastest Pokemon on the field. Still, we can still expect some flinch shenanigans. I think with Intimidate and even with Intimidate and Ice Punch, I don't know. Yeah, I think he has to take out the Among Us first. Still, Among Us is still the most dangerous one.
So right now that's.
But it seems like he's going to waterfall the Landorus and gamble on the freeze. Oh no, it's protect.
It's protecting.
Is it the last turn of Tailwind?
No, the Tailwind is already gone.
Oh, so he just want to win the weather. Because now there's no more Tyranitar. Everything is safe. Polytoad, is it faster than Landorus?
It's
No, I think
right?
Landorus is still faster if it's Scarf. Both are Scarf. Yeah, Landorus should still be faster,
It's
but
really unique that the Landorus is Scarf even though there's a Tailwind in his team.
yeah, because
Avoid the attack.
so eventually Polytoad probably Ice Beam the Among Us and Waterfall to Ice Punch?
The Ice Punch connects onto the Landorus.
With the Intimidate.
No,
Intimidate. Is it a double target? Oh yeah, it's just a double target. Oh, so it's Among Us against the world? And Among Us is frozen. Okay, so Ditto actually winning. Ditto actually takes the game back. That's pretty unexpected from a double wins. But that's why you keep believing in your Pokemons, man. Pokemon is
believing in your Pokemons.
Pokemon is a really strange game.
Yes, it's a really strange game. And so right now we are going to the game 3 between Ditto Amalsyah against Josua Marbun. Once again, we will read the teams between these two players. We have Landorus Hydreigon, Edge Slash, Landorus Terrier Form, Swampert, Mega Swampert, and also Pulsode, while Josua is bringing Landorus Terrier Form, Amogus, Tyranitar, Zapdos, Metagross, and also Tapu Fini.
So actually, from the matchup side, Josua is of course more favorable. Josua is more favorable
because first of all, Ditto's Amalsyah side team is really heavily rain need. He needs the rain really heavily. While on Josua's side, either he has the weather or he doesn't have the weather. It doesn't really matter. He just use the weather to counter the weather.
Ditto has to knock out both the Tyranitar and the Mungus. The last game went really well for Ditto because of the freeze. If it's not frozen, it will be really hard because Amogus can just Rage Powder everything, Tyranitar setup, Rock Slide, everything. So last game, boys.
So both players are, and we see the same list again from Ditto Amalsyah from the second game. So he's actually bringing Tapu Fini right now, and we'll see if he's actually bringing the Amogus. Do you think he'll bring the Amogus as well?
Amogus is still a strong Pokemon, not for the sport but for the redirection. The thing is, now Fini is bringing the terrain. You cannot spam Draco Meteor. You can still Draco Meteor Landorus because Landorus is flying, so the damage is not reduced by the terrain. But Fini can just Moonblast and one-hit KO the Hydreigon. If it spikes, it cannot protect.
But the Thunderous here is a question. Because the Thunderous, with a Thunder, can easily pick up a KO onto the Tokopedia, do you think?
Yes. So as we discussed earlier, if he has Fini to counter High Dragon, then the Thunderous came in to knock out the Fini in one hit KO with the Z Thunder. But again, let's see whether the Landers will flinch or not.
Oh my god, attack!
That's safe, bro. That's safe.
That's safe. And no switches actually. Hydra.
Yeah, this is nice.
With Ditto, Amalsyah is going to dance.
Yeah, we can say
the Gigavolt Havoc.
Ditto is pretty confident with this game because now High Dragon is pretty hard to knock out as long as not blink.
Yes.
It's a good, really good position. Now the LCQ going to the Tokopedia will knock it out.
Knocks out the Tokopedia.
Okay, if it doesn't win, the Draco Mobile will also knock out the Lander as well. I still have feeling.
But I think it's a fair trade. And it's not really a fair trade for Josua Marbun. It's a good trade for Ditto Amalsyah. Because right now,
it's still good.
Thunderous is still in full health. Which right now, he just can go for an hidden power ice onto the Landers. Picks up an easy KO.
The thing I'm not sure is what the High Dragon will do. High Dragon may choose to knock out the Landers by Draco Meteor. Because High Dragon cannot really hit Tyranitar except
Focus Blast.
from Focus Blast or Earth Power.
Next on the both,
Yeah, but
some damage.
I guess he wants to knock out the...
And the hidden power is going to connect onto the Landers Terran from picks up the KO. And so right now, only leaving Josua Marbun side with 2 Pokemon left. How do you use the power? Because right now, because before it was flinch, so the move is not locked.
Yeah.
And the
I'm
Dragon
pretty sure that Ditto is going for the Draco Meteor on Lander's side.
Yes.
But thanks to the freeze, now he can choose another different move. Takes half of the HP, but the problem is now whether the Thunderous is faster. I think we have seen from previous game that the Tyranitar after one Dragon Dance is faster than Thunderous.
Yes. I think it's a really fast Pokemon, and Hidden Power Amogus is going to be sent out once more. And we'll see if the Amogus can be countered.
I see. Actually, because Joshua only has 2 Pokemon left, he cannot reset the weather, so Ditto can safely just sacrifice both of his Pokemon. If the Pokemon in the back is Swampert and Politoed, then it's really good win chance for Ditto. Why are Ditto switching for Politoed? Okay, that makes sense because Politoed cannot be stored anyway, so it's pretty safe. It's really a safe switch.
And also reusing the speed
special time from. We have a Rage Powder. Let's see whether it's a Thunder or both.
It's a Dragon Dance.
Another Dragon Dance. Now this is a pretty not safe for Ditto. He has to gamble whether the Scar
Okay,
is
so
faster.
Thunder is bringing a Thunder and also Thunderbolt.
So both. Okay, so the question is now whether the Tyranitar after 2 Dragon Dance is faster than Politoed. But the thing is Politoed still won't be knocked out. But the point is flinch.
But the Amogus can go for a Rage Powder.
He can still Hidden Power Ice plus Ice Beam. Locking into Ice Beam is pretty safe, I guess, because he may have still Swampert, as Swampert can knock out the Tyranitar easily.
Then in the key is the Amogus can it survive to attack. Rock Slide is going to connect on the both of these 2 Pokemon. Tons of damage, killing the Thunderous. Tons of damage on
The damage is too big.
Also, we'll see if
The damage is too big.
some flinch drama again here. No flinch drama. Ice Beam is going to connect onto the Amogus, dealing some damage, but no more. It's not a 2-hit KO, I think.
Yeah, but if the Swampert come in, Ice Punch will knock it out. It's actually better for Ditto because it doesn't activate the berry. Now the Swampert can come in if Ditto has it. Swampert come in, Ice Punch.
Swampert is it faster than a +2 Tyranitar?
Plus the Tyranitar can only crunch.
There's a Dark Cube Z. We need to question about the Dark to the Swampert.
Yeah,
If we can
so
kill off the Swampert.
Now it's mind games. If Joshua predicts the Swampert protecting, he can go for another Dragon Dance.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a really close game. full of hacks, full of interesting hacks. Hacks is really fair for both players.
For both players, hacks really fair, and both players is actually doing pretty much.
Okay.
Rage powder is going in. There are no protects coming out from, and the Dark Cubes is going to be stand out. No protect from Ditto Amalsyah. The Black Hole Eclipse from the Tyranitar.
He has to go to the Swamper and knock it out. Then this turn. Okay, the bad thing is Polytop's love to Ice Beam. It cannot really damage Tyranitar. So the top probably has to gamble on the miss on the rock slide.
And the Ice Beam is going to connect onto the Amugus. Not down yet. And the berry activates. Healing 50% of its health. It seems a really fun game, really great game for the first Swiss round. Wow, Hydreigon is being sent out right now, and rock slide.
Now it needs the rock slide to miss.
He has 2 turns. He basically have 2 turns because the Amogus can Rage Powder, and if the Amogus does not get
no miss.
Josua Marbun actually picking it up from 4-2 to 2-0. A great game by Josua Marbun. Also, these over here. Congratulations to Josua Marbun. It's a really intense game for us to commentate.
Back to caster. Okay. Yeah, so that's really hot game.
It's really hot game in my opinion.
I think the key winning point for Josua is the second Dragon Dance, because without the second Dragon Dance, the damage output will be not enough to knock out the Polytop into it KO, and also just to make sure that it will outspeed everything.
Yes, first of all, it makes sure to outspeeds everything, and the second one, Black Hole Eclipse, +1 Dragon Dance, probably. There are chances the Mega Swamper, because it's really bulky, to actually survive. Depends on the set of the Mega Swamper itself, but with a +2, it's really difficult for the Swamper to actually survive.
That's really smart play from Josua.
Even though he lost 2 of his Pokemon, 2 Pokemons in the very early game. But once again, a really great game to both players. And so right now after this, we'll be going to game 2 because we do not have time for winner interview. Probably we have winner interview from the second game. So I hope you'll be stay tuned because we'll bring you guys with another caster to the stream desk.
Thank you.
Thank you.